Smoking on the finest dope. Aye, 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 aye. Drank it till I can't no more. Aye, 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 aye. Usually I'm a sober soul, but I'm with the homies right now. That's a bar from The Art of Peer Pressure by Kendrick Lamar, which um, is also the topic of this video, the art of peer pressure. Now, uh, I came up with this topic while I was in the tram. I was sitting in the tram, and at some point, three boys came up. Now, they were not too young, but also not too old. They were like 13 to 15, which is like the prime age for peer pressuring, right? And they all three of them bumped the tram. They did not check in. And I thought, I thought to myself, if they were to be alone, would they have checked in or not? I can bet my life savings that they would all have checked in and not be as loud as they were, etc., etc., etc. And that got me thinking, because they would have all checked in, where did the behavior come from of not checking in? See, an often overlooked thing with peer pressuring is, of course, the person being pressured would not do the thing if not being pressured, right? But I think that the pressurer would also not necessarily do that thing if they, were solo or not being pressured. And so this peer pressure creates something that was not there before, that did not exist before, neither within the pressured nor within the pressurer. Now, then the question becomes, where did it come from? Because, of course, like, it didn't come from nowhere, otherwise, it would not exist. And let me pose you, uh, let me pose you a scenario to kind of help you think about it, right? Imagine you're with a group of like 6 people, and somebody is getting pressured. Oh yeah, smoke this joint, whatever. And eventually, after enough pressuring, that person actually smokes the joint. What I think is happening over there is the one that is pressuring is using his dominance to uh, pressure a less dominant person into doing something that he himself would not have done. So he's basically using the pressured as a test subject to test the waters, kind of, you know, do something that he would never do, or do something that maybe he did but is guilty about. And now the next train of thought becomes, well, why is the pressurer thinking about doing it, right? And that's where I think the answer to our original question lies, is that peer pressure ultimately stems from intrusive thoughts. And what I mean by that is there is an intrusive thought of, oh, what if I smoke this joint, within the pressurer. Jesus Christ. Within the pressurer. And so then he asks somebody else, because he's too scared to do it. It's still an intrusive thought. Otherwise, he would just do it. And then he uses the pressured to make that intrusive thought something real. However, the pressured would also not have smoked that joint if there wasn't an intrusive thought present within himself, right? And that intrusive thought could be multiple things. Either he has the same intrusive thought, what if I smoke this joint? And that peer pressure is just a little nudge that he needs to actually do it. Or his intrusive thought is, oh, what if I don't do it? What will they think of me? And that intrusive thought stems from anxieties, basically. Now, peer pressure is something that we have, I think, all fallen to at some point, either consciously or subconsciously. And the reason why it's so prevalent is because usually when people are insecure or anxious um, in front of their friends, is because they think that they're value as a person lies with uh, how much other people love them. And so they think, ah, if I don't do it, they won't love me, and that will make me weak, not worth anything, or whatever. And the key to avoiding peer pressure, or um, to not be affected by it, is actually within that. It is to realize that others' words and others' opinions do not define who you are. The words of others do not define who you are as a person, and most notably, do not define your value as a person. And realizing this, realizing that your value as a person does not lie with other people and rather lies within yourself, that is the key to avoiding peer pressure entirely. Either you do that, which is, of course, the best option because you don't rely on anything or anybody else, or you keep in your head a hero, if you will, and think, oh, what would that hero of mine think of this that I'm doing right now? And if you have that, you are kind of reverse peer pressured not to do the certain thing that you are being pressured to do, you know? So if you keep in your mind, oh, what if they were here, or what if they hear this story, what would they think of me? Then there you go. You can't get peer pressured by any negative influences anymore. However, that is a last resort. The best way to get rid of peer pressure completely is to do what I said first and realize that your value as a person does not lie within other people and rather lies within yourself. You are put here on earth not to work an office job, not to please any other people, not to show your achievements to any other people. You are here to hear the birds sing. You are here to taste the fruit. You are here to smell the flowers. Your life is not defined by any achievements, by any scolding of other people, or by any praise of other people. Your life is defined by doing what you love and how passionately you do it. And I think that realizing that is one of the key points to avoiding the art of peer pressure. Thank you for watching FSNL TYFTR.